So the infamous question we have been getting a lot lately is, Ryan, should I wait to buy when rates come down? And I want to preface this as a whole. Many feel like we are in some unusual times, me included, getting accustomed to these 7% interest rates. We all got used to rates in the threes during the pandemic, which is why things seem pretty daunting, especially for first-time homebuyers. And I know a lot of people were hoping for prices to drop, but the realization that prices are still appreciating have started to pull buyers off the fence. And I'm always an advocate that time in the market is better than trying to time the market. However, it's not always feasible for people, and truthfully, it may not make sense, for you and your family right now. There are some buyers, however, that are capitalizing on making moves while things are slower as we approach the end of the year. And I want to break down a few of those reasons and explain why it would be a good time to get out shopping sooner than later. First and foremost, while a high interest rate will lead to a larger monthly mortgage payment, it can also mean lower prices, as well as negotiating better terms with the seller. With less people shopping, sellers, and especially new home builders are offering incentives like rate buydowns, concessions, and offering more repairs. And what's crazy is once rates drop even by 1%, it's predicted another 3 to 5 million people nationwide will become qualified and now enter the market. This is what we saw in 2020 and 2021 when rates were at an all-time low. And then sellers had all of the upper hand when it comes to negotiations. So number two, interest rates are often temporary, and when they eventually come down, you can explore refinancing options to now further reduce your monthly payment, while you haven't had to compete, in this competitive market with lower rates. And I want to be clear, I do not think you should put your entire income towards your mortgage. You wouldn't be able to qualify that way. But even if you can't afford payments at today's rates, the amount of equity you will gain versus waiting for rates to drop will ultimately make homeownership that much more advantageous and affordable in the long run. Number three, lenders are providing incentives for those that are out shopping right now. Rates did fall at the beginning of this month, and we've already seen some programs where buyers are getting quotes in the high sixes, maybe after paying a point or getting credits from a seller. But many are also providing free refinances at a future date for when those rates do come down. And lastly, buying during the holiday season can also work in your favor. As many sellers are motivated to close their homes before the end of the year, and listings that have been sitting for a little bit are notoriously motivated, as showings during holidays really slow down and can just kind of be a pain if someone's living in their property. So this offers buyers an excellent opportunity for negotiation, and advantageous terms compared to other times in the market. And as I've mentioned, there are circumstances where it might make sense, for you to wait. But if you do have a want and a need to move, I wouldn't be so quick to overlook the advantages of buying when rates are up. It might just be the right time to make a smart real estate deal. And I'd love to connect, go over those opportunities, and talk about your situation specifically if you have any questions. Thanks for tuning in.